Josh is happy. This is Josh's happy face.
Yeah, that's all you get.
This is his highest level of excitement.
Till I drive it.
Yeah, till he drives it and it tries to kill us again. It's essentially a whale tail.
Pretty much.
Barkley belt, burning steel and fuel, turning rust to power. That's the golden rule. Barkley belt, we're tearing down the line. Full throttle, hearts in overdrive.
There's some fine engineering in here.
Look at this heap of shit. Hopefully we don't die.
Josh is actually here to work on his car today. And we're going to start by taking off everything that displeases us.
We're going to have to throw the car out the door if that's the case. But
We'll get the hitch mount off, the exhaust off, the intake off, the engine cover off. As you see, we already pulled the hood. And we'll pull all the old nitrous stuff out because we don't need that where we're going. And then we're going to start planning out how we're going to mount the intercooler and the turbo. And I'm just looking at this right now and see these old hood mounts?
those will probably work.
Maybe we can do something with that.
Tarp strap.
With this huge intercooler.
We're going to cut out whatever this disaster is that we have going on here for what used to be a hitch. Open this all up so we can see how we're going to make something fit to get some boost into this thing, and then we'll really make it a death trap.
And then I guess while you're doing that, I'll climb into this disgusting piece of machinery and pull the cover off in there and start tearing things out.
Might find some friends.
Yeah, friends I don't want to find. Do you remember if we ever added up how many vehicles we put into this thing?
I don't think so.
It's got to be 6 or 7 vehicles worth of parts. And 1 swing set. I remember that. 1 swing set. Hey, look, there's an engine and nitrous solenoids and an injector. That's a mess. That's what that is.
One battery tray.
This nitrous stuff is kind of a mess.
Oh, that's weird. It's like it got put together in the middle of the fucking night with a bunch of beer.
It's like we were drunk when we assembled it. Crazy.
Strange.
Very wild.
Indeed. But it worked.
It did work like a hot damn, I'll give it that.
I think this is just one of those things that we don't really dwell on the sins of the past.
That's right. We gotta work on improvement. Oh, good. Gasoline all over the interior. I love it. Exhaust is out of the way. And if Josh did his job right, this should come out too. Oh, Josh.
What?
You missed a weld.
Oh, heavens.
Oh, well, it's not my car. I don't care.
You got a ride.
So I may have got mad during Miles of Mayhem 24 and completely ripped the hitch out with a grinder and a hammer. And that's just what was left. So we're going to try and figure out how we're going to get this intercooler in here now. And this is almost the exact width of the old hood mount. And I'm thinking if we put this right here, we get lots of fresh air. It's easy to plumb. We can build brackets off there to the bottom of this that come up the back to the top mounts as well. And then it's strong. What do you think? It's your car.
Well,
I don't care what you think. We're just going to do what I want.
External intercooler will give it that race car look.
Yeah, since we've committed to the no hood look this year. This up about there so it gets fresh air. That down there somewhere.
There's a shit ton of room down there. Yeah. You can make it wherever.
I just don't want to put the intercooler in the engine bay because it would be nice to keep the hood on it. It would be really cool. I just don't think, unless we put it like right here, I don't think we'd get enough airflow. And it would be hot air.
We gave it 150 shot.
Yeah, I know, but the rods in this don't like anger, and I don't know how to tune. So the higher you can get the turbo mounted, the better off you are. Yeah. Like, honestly, you could put the turbo up here if you want it.
Yeah, we could even run it here. That gets it a little farther away from everything.
Yeah, and then I got to get some 3-inch tubing anyway. Yeah, if we mounted that bad boy somewhere around there, it wouldn't be bad, eh?
And it just would look cool as hell.
And it would still fit under the hood if you found out a different way to do your intercooler. And then we actually have a lot of room to do an exhaust somehow.
And we're going to cut this plate right down the middle.
I wouldn't cut it down the middle, I'd cut it.
Well, whatever. Make it thinner.
Make it skinnier, yep.
Then we're going to use this top hole. It's going to bolt through this. And that will bolt into here. And then we'll just have a turbo intercooler sitting right here. Then whenever we quit breaking things in there, we can maybe get that stud out of the manifold, and we need a new dipstick tube.
Yeah, we're gonna run the dipstick out the back so we don't have to have a hatch in the top. Like,
Yeah.
big brain things happening, guys. Big brain things. Okay, so Josh has the pieces cut, and it looks like it's gonna mount there just fine. And I don't know if these threads and the aluminum are gonna last, but if not, we can always put a tab off the bottom too, and a second bolt, and it won't be too bad.
There you go. You wanted your whale tail? You got her. It's made out of intercooler for all that boost.
All the boost, yeah. Record amounts of boost.
Well, for a Beetle with a Z24, yes, it will be record amounts of boost.
Oh, jeez. I would give that thing a 180 at this point.
Yeah.
Put that like that. Because then the pressure side can come, and we can put the air filter either right here or 90 up and put it here. So the air filter fits right on the turbo. How convenient. And we're kind of thinking if we mount it about here, then we can just run the air filter straight off it, and the charge pipe shouldn't be that tough to do. A little screwing around with the exhaust, and then when we do the exhaust, I'll build a mount down to the 3 threaded holes on the back of the tranny. Use probably 2 of them or something. And then by putting the turbo there, we can loop the exhaust around and run a great big muffler out the side so it's not like deafening like last time. A couple pieces of metal left over from the bracket we cut apart, and they worked good for the lower mount pieces for us. There we go. That's a little more sturdy now, and it doesn't bang against that bracket. I plan to clean the bracket later and maybe open up the back a little bit, but for now, that should be sturdy enough for what we're planning. And like I said to Josh, we can always do the old ghetto scoops for more air if we got a problem with intake temps, but
Ghetto.
I don't know if we'll have an intake temp sensor anymore when we're done this, so it probably won't matter.
They do that stuff in LMP1. That's not ghetto.
Yeah, it's a 911 whale tail. No big deal. 911 turbo.
Built by the same guy.
That is excellent positioning, though. I love it.
It is going to pull wind down through it, so.
It should. Oh, man. We really need some exhaust parts so we can start doing turbo things. Well, there we have it. We achieved a lot mentally, but not a lot physically. We're still fighting with the broken bolt in the exhaust manifold, but I did drill it out. So I think I'll just bring some extractors from work. I'm really happy with the placement of our intercooler. We got a really good plan of where the turbo's going. We also got a slick put on the back, trying to come up with a plan of how we're going to run tires this year. And other than the fact that the fenders were cut for those trailer tires when we blew a tire on the side of the road, it doesn't look bad. And there's a lot of stick out compared to the front. So next time, hopefully, we're getting some work done on this turbo mounting and oiling system. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.
Toodles.